Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Hello everyone. We want to present about the material of linguistic. That is morphology and syntax. And before present, I want to introduce myself and my friend. My name is Rega Bella Karisma, and there are Ayasia Budin, Atalia Zahra, Yusli Rifki, and the last is Rindam Pramudia. Okay, let's the presentation.
Morphology. The term morphology is great and is a makeup of more meaning, shape, form, and ology, which means the study of something. Morpheme. A morpheme is the most meaningful lexical item in a language. A morpheme is not necessarily the same as a word. The main difference between a morpheme and a word is that a morpheme sometimes doesn't stand alone, but a word, by definition, always stands alone. The field of linguistic study dedicated to morpheme is called morphology. Type of morpheme. Free morpheme. Free morpheme are morpheme that can stand alone in a word without being attached to other morpheme. Bond morpheme. Bond morpheme are morpheme that cannot stand alone but must be attached to other morpheme.
Okay, the next is example of morpheme. The first is one morpheme. The example is expect, yang artinya menduga dan sebagai kata kerja atau verb. So the second one is two morpheme. The example is expected, yang artinya yang diduga dan ini sebagai adjektif. Three morpheme, unexpected, artinya yang tidak terduga dan sebagai adjektif. Four morpheme is unexpectedly, dengan tidak terduga dan ini sebagai adverb. And the next is free morpheme atau morpheme yang bisa berdiri sendiri, itu expect dan bond morpheme yang tidak bisa berdiri sendiri itu suffix at, lalu prefix an, dan suffix ly. Next.
Okay, the next material is syntax. Syntax is the grammatical sentence. So syntax is the branch of linguistic, the study about the structure of sentence. In this case, the sentence is a main element of syntax. Then we need to study about the structure in order to understand about the language. And the sentence, there are part of speech. Part of speech is a classification of words that are categorized according to their role or meaning and function in the sentence structure sentence. Okay, next is types of syntax. Types of syntax, there are phrase, clause, and sentence. Phrase is compound of word or non-predicative. So in phrase is compound of word of group of word, they don't have subject and predicate, but without subject and predicate, the phrase has a meaning ya. Jadi walaupun nggak ada predikat sama subjeknya, tapi mempunyai makna tersendiri ya. For example ya, the type of phrase is noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and the last is prepositional phrase. And the next is clause. Clause is synthetic, unique, or predicative. So in the clause there are subject and predicate. Jadi bedanya klausa itu mempunyai subjek sama predikat, beda sama frasa. Ya, in the clause, the type of clause, there are independent clause and dependent clause. Independent clause artinya independen itu merdeka ya, atau free. So independent clause is free to meaning or already have meaning. Jadi sudah mempunyai arti tersendiri. Jadi udah artinya itu kayak berdiri sendiri ya, bebas atau merdeka. And then dependent clause cannot stand alone and depend the other clauses. And dependent clause don't have complete a meaning. And then dependent clause must be combined with the other clause, that is independent clause. Jadi di dependent clause itu nggak bisa berdiri sendiri, yang bisa berdiri sendiri. Jadi maknanya itu kayak menggantung, namanya juga dependent clause. Jadi mempunyai arti juga belum utuh artinya. Jadi kalau mau mempunyai arti secara utuh itu harus dikombinasiin dengan klausa lain, yaitu independent clause. Jadi maknanya itu utuh. And the next is sentence. Sentence is synthetic, unique, almost the same than clause, but the sentence is bigger than clause, than sentence. Yeah. And then type of sentence is simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound complex sentence. Simple sentence ya, simple sentence is the same as independent clause. And then simple sentence is containing independent clause. Jadi simple sentence itu di dalamnya itu hampir sama kayak independent clause ya, hampir sama. And then the next is compound sentence. Compound sentence is combination one or two clauses ya. Jadi kombinasi dua klausa, yaitu independent clause, itu namanya compound sentence. And then complex sentence. Complex sentence hampir sama kayak compound ya, is the same almost compound sentence, but the structure is different. Jadi strukturnya itu berbeda. There is two clause ya, independent clause, and one clause is complement. Jadi satu klausa itu sebagai pelengkap ya, yaitu dependent clause. Bedanya kan kalau compound itu dua klausa, independent clause, sama yang kompleks itu bedanya itu ada pelengkapnya, yaitu satu klausa dependent ya. And the next is compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence is a combination of compound sentence and complex sentence, all combined into one to form a complex sentence. Jadi kombinasi dari compound sama complex sentence. Jadi udah istilahnya itu udah gabungan dari compound sama complex sentence. And in the compound complex sentence there are more than 3 clauses. Jadi udah pasti ada 3 klausa lebih. Oke. Next. Example of syntax. Always rules the always consistent in order between subject
suaminya lebih suka keripik. And next is plus dependent clause plus clause independent clause. Contohnya itu, before you apologize, you must acknowledge that what you did was wrong. Terus selanjutnya contoh syntax tree atau pohon diagram syntax. Bagaimana kalimat tunggal justice hope the stop terbentuk? Caranya dengan menganalisis perbagiannya menggunakan syntax tree tersebut, yaitu ada non-phrase, determinernya D, nonnya set, terus ada verb phrase, maksud saya itu verbnya cook, terus ada lagi nonnya so. Jadi kalimat itu ada usul-usulnya, di mana kalimat itu terbentuk, itu bisa dianalisis pakai ini. Dan contoh dari saya. Terima kasih.
Oke,
Sudah selesai.
belum ya? Difference between morphology and syntax. Morphology studies how words are formed, which the syntax studies for order and the role of words within the sentence structure. And morphology looks at the words and their individual relation to what is being expressed within the sentence, while the syntax looks at the components of the words in a sentence and their relation to each other. Morphology studies the structure of words, while and syntax studies the structure of sentence. Morphem are the smallest units of study in morphology, while the syntax words are the smallest units of study in syntax. Okay. Jadi dalam kata lain, morfologi adalah cabang linguistik yang mengidentifikasi satuan-satuan dasar bahasa sebagai satuan gramatikal. Atau morfologi mempelajari seluk-beluk bentuk kata serta pengaruh perubahan bentuk kata juga terhadap golongan dan arti kata. Sedangkan kalau sintak itu adalah ilmu yang mempelajari prinsip-prinsip dan proses di mana disusun untuk menunjukkan makna di dalamnya. Oke. Yes.
Okay, I think it is enough for our presentation. Kalau ada mau yang ditanyakan, silakan dipertanyakan. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.